Welcome to the lecture on the course Introduction to R Programming. Now in this lecture, we are going to take up another topic which is about data frames. What are data frames? Here we will discuss about introduction about data frames. Then by taking one example package MOS, then working with the data set painters which is part of the package MOS. Then we will demonstrate various examples. Then coming to what are data frames? Data frames are a special type of R objects in which we can store the data, we can call the data, and we can do different types of mathematical manipulations over that data set. So whatever operation we can do on a spreadsheet, how to get them in our software. That is the objective of this lecture. A spreadsheet, what is a spreadsheet? Everyone aware of this? Is a computer application for organization, analysis and storage of data in a tabular form which consisting of rows and columns format. Then what is a data set? A data set is a collection of data on say different variables. For example, we can collect the data on say height, weight, age of say 20 different persons and can arrange them in rows and columns. So that is a data set. Now when this data set is collected individually or say separately or say variable by variable. So that means we can have three sets of data on one on height, another on say this weight, and say third one is on age. So this is the example of a data set with different attributes or aspects. So these are three different data sets, and when we want to combine them together, how to combine three different data sets among together? We have learned that there are different types of options in R by which we can combine, for example, the three data sets into one data set, and that would be called as data frame. So first question comes, how to combine these three variables together or the data on these three variables together. That can be handled using data frame. The commands C, cbind, vector and matrix. So these are all used for combining the data. Some of them we already covered about C, about vector, about matrix. We already covered and discussed various examples. The another alternative option is data frame, which is also used to combine different types of data sets. In a data frame, we can combine variables of equal length. This is the condition, variables of equal length with each row in the data frame containing observations on the same unit. Hence, it is similar to the matrix or cbind functions. A data frame which is similar to the matrix or cbind functions. Then there is one advantage. So the advantage is that one can make changes to the data without affecting the original data. One can also combine numerical variables, character strings as well as factors in data frame. For example, cbind and matrix functions cannot be used to combine different types of data. Whereas data frame format is similar to a spreadsheet where columns contain variables and observations are contained in rows. This is not possible in cbind and matrix functions. This is another advantage of data frame. Now data frames contain complete data sets that are mostly created with other programs also, like spreadsheets in the form of files, then software SPSS files, then Excel files, etc. These are all the various formats of the data sets. Those are all different programs. Spreadsheet is one, software SPSS is one, then Excel is one. So what are these? Spreadsheet we already seen in the previous slide. Whereas software SPSS, which is a software package which is abbreviated as Statistical Product and Service Solutions, the acronym SPSS. Is a statistics is a software package used for interactive or batched or statistical analysis. This is one separate file format which is in SPSS with extension also. Then Microsoft Excel is also a part of spreadsheet developed by Microsoft, especially for Windows, Mac operating system, Android and iOS. It features calculation, graphing tools, pivot tables, and a macro programming language called Visual Basic for applications. These are all the features of Microsoft Excel. So either spreadsheet file or software SPSS file or Excel files can be imported into R. Then we can do data analysis or for statistical analysis. So variables in a data frame may be numeric, means numbers, or categorical, means characters or factors. So any of these two types, the variables which are used in data frame. Then coming to examples. Here we will discuss about one data set which is called as painters, which can be taken from the package MOS. So the package MOS describes functions and data sets to support VNables and replay, which was written in Modern Applied Statistics with S, 4th edition in 2002. This is one article. So by combining the starting letters, Modern M, Applied A, Statistics S with S. S is the earlier language, statistics language, which can be derived from S plus. So from this only R language was introduced. So MASS. This is the package. So in our earlier lectures at the time of installing packages also we discussed how to install this package MOS. Now here we will work out with this package by taking one data set which is called as painters data set as an example. Then an example data frame painters is available in the library MOS. Here only an excerpt means extract of a data set. Simply you have to extract the data set from the package MOS with the data set painters. So for that first initially we have to call that library using the library command. Within parentheses you can write the package name MASS, all are uppercase letters. Since initially whenever you are starting R software, you must use this library initially one time. Then you can call the data set directly, whatever the data set will mention, painters, all are lowercase letters. This is the output. That means it displays what it contains. See, it is in the form of a sheet which contains rows and columns. Columns describes the attributes or headings. whereas rows describes the records. Here you can see composition, drawing, color, expression, school. These are all the headings of the data set. We will call it as observations or attributes. Then every row contains the records or values. That means different persons, painter names, Da Udine, composition with 10 combinations, drawing 8 categories, colors 16, expression 3, school category A. So like that, multiple records will be stored in this data set, whatever. That also we will see what are the observations, total number of records. That also we will see using some commands. So initially first you can call that library, then you can call the data set painters, and you can observe what are the attributes and records presented in this dataset painters. Now here see some more explanation you can observe. So just now we mentioned the composition, drawing, color, expression, school. This will call it as attributes or variables or column names or headings. Here you can see marked. Then the rows, like first row, for every variable name, first row values. Then for every variable name, second row, third row, and so on. So these are all the first column values, names of the painters. Names of the painters. The data type is string. The second component is composition, which is variable values, numeric, integer. Then third one, drawing, also contains numeric value, integer data type. Color also, expression also, wherever numerical values are there, those are all integer data types. Whereas character or strings, those are all string data type. Whereas school contains characters, this is character data type, string. So here the names of the painters serve as row identifications. Names of the painters serve as row identification. That is, every row is assigned to the name of the corresponding painter. This is the explanation of the data set painters. So what are the variables and what are the rows it contains? Now we'll also demonstrate this one. First we will call that library mass, then we will see the painters data set, see all observations. Now open our R software, simply you can call library, so within parentheses all capitals mass. See, whenever the cursor entered into next line, means automatically the library is initiated or called. If something you'll get error, means that is not installed. Then the data set what we provided here, painters, simply you can enter. Now you can see. So you can maximize the screen. So now here you can observe. See what you mentioned, composition, drawing, color, these are all the variable names. Then every row is identified by the painter name as the row ID. So with different values of the attributes. Here you can see composition, drawing, color, expression are the numeric. Type means integer, the data types. Whereas school contains characters like A, B, C, D, so up to H. So this is string type. Whereas row identification, painter name, these are also strings. Remaining or numeric data types. So this is the data set painters, and what are the variable names and what are the observations. Then come back to ours. Now you can see from the data set painters, we may call the data with different perspectives. Suppose if you want to display only row names. So row names means all the painter names only you want. For that we will use the command row names within parentheses the data set name painters. So then it displays all the rows. That means painter names. Here it is showing total 50 painters names. So, however, these names are not variables of the data set. Here a subset of these names are by using row names. So we'll also run this command. Come to our R software. Simply you can type the command row names without any space. Then inside the parentheses, the data set name painters. You can make sure the spellings, etc. Row name. So here row names, there is a plural we have to use. So we have to remember the commands carefully. Now you can see. So row names within parentheses, the data set name painters. Now it displays only all the painter names. So separately, we can call the row names means headings using the command row names. And also you can verify the factor. So which is the factor variable of the dataset painters. So the dataset contains 4 numerical variables that we already seen: composition, drawing, color, and expression, as well as the last variable, what it contains, school, all are characters, that we will call it as factor variable, that is school. So 4 numeric variables and 1 factor variable. You want to test whether that is factor variable or not by using the command is.factor within parentheses the data set name painters by using the dollar symbol without any space, then the variable name. So you want to test a particular variable name, is it factor or not? So is.factor painters dollar school. So then the outcome, whether it displays the logical value true or false. See, school is the factor variable just now we mentioned, so it returns true. Suppose you can take another variable other than factor. Suppose here I am taking drawing. The syntax is same, is dot factor painters dollar drawing. So now you can see, just now we mentioned drawing is the type of numeric. It is not a factor, so it returns as false. So it is the false one. Only we have the factor school. So like that, you can verify each and every variable whether it is factor or not using is.factor. Now we will also demonstrate this one. First, we can clear the R console. So is.factor, the data set name painters by using the symbol dollar. Then the variable name, you can see the variable name starting letter is capital. In the database you can observe composition C capital, drawing D capital, color C capital, expression E capital, school S capital. In a similar fashion we can use, why? Because R is case sensitive. Now you can see is.factor painters dollar school. School is a factor variable. Here you can see it contains characters. Then check another variable also. Suppose you want to check composition C capital. So composition variable. See, composition is false actually. This is not a factor variable. This is a numeric variable. Similarly, you can verify drawing. So in drawing D capital, here you can see. Now you can call the painters data set. Here you can observe. So composition, all numeric values, so integer. Whereas drawing, all numeric values, integer. Color also, expression also, 4 numeric variables. Then school is the only one variable factor. But the first two names column, that is not part of this data set. Actually, this is the heading, row heading. So those are all painter names. Here only we will consider the 4 variables, numeric variables plus 1 factor variable, total 5. These are all attributes of the data set painters. Here you can see whatever we demonstrated. Painter dollar school, painter dollar drawing. So if it is factor, it displays true, otherwise it displays false. Here highlighted you can see the same demonstration what we seen. So the same output is pasted here. Then similarly, earlier using row names, we displayed all the rows of the dataset painters. Similarly, column names also we will display. For that, we will use the command col names within parentheses the dataset name. Then the column names means the variables or attributes or column headings. Here, how many variables we have? 4 numeric variables and 1 factor variable, total 5 variables. So it displays the 5 variables here. Now we will also demonstrate this one. Simply you can call COLNAMES within parentheses the data set name painters. Now you can see composition, drawing, color, expression, school. All the variable names are displayed. Similarly, row names previously we saw, again here you can use that one. Row names painters. So it displays all the row values, total 51. 51 rows. Whatever the rows count, it displays all the values. So like that, display rows and columns separately from the data set. Here you can see what we demonstrated here. Similarly, another one, using the summary function, we can get a quick overview of descriptive measures for each variable using the summary function. It is very important in data analysis, statistical analysis. The summary function plays major role. So using this summary function, we can get a quick overview of descriptive measures for each and every variable. What type of measures we'll get here? You can see the output. Minimum value for each variable. First quadrant value, then median value, then mean value, then third quadrant value, then maximum value. For mathematical background people, you are familiar with these: minimum, first quadrant, median, mean, third quadrant, max. Others also you studied in our mathematics, even probability also. So all these measures automatically displays by using the function summary. Summary within parentheses, simply you can provide the database name, painters, data set or database. Here you can see the categories under school. You can see we have A to H. We highlight in the complete data set. We have A to H category. So here the factor variable school, here the category is F and H. Here you can see A, B, C, D, E, G. Here F and H are missed. So those can be grouped under other category, the reason. Here you can see the categories F and H, each present 4 times in the variable school, are summed under the category others as 8. That is 4 plus 4, 8, with the corresponding frequency. That is only the 6 most frequent values are displayed. So the minimum frequency is 6, 6, 7, 8, 10. So less than 6, that is E, F and H repeated 4 times each. So those can be grouped and stored in the under the category others. That is 4 plus 4, 8. These are automatically done by using the summary function. Now we will also run this command. Simply you can type the command summary within parentheses the data set name. So like you can take any data set, it displays, but for these measures for only numerical variables. For factor variable you can see it is showing the frequency of the each and every variable, how many times it occurs. But for all other numerical variables, it finds, you can see minimum, first quadrant, median, mean, third quadrant, max. See for composition, for drawing, for color, for expression, separately these values are computed. For string type, that is factor variable, here you can see the frequency is displayed. That difference you can observe. Yeah, this is the output taken from the R software after demonstration. Okay, so we will also continue with the same strategy in the next lecture, and we will again be using the same dataset painters from the library MAS, and we will try to learn to execute some other types of this task. So you practice it, and we will see you in next lecture. Till then, goodbye. Happy learning.